Hello and welcome. My name is Judy Keating.
Hello, my name is Victoria Moonfire.
We are so glad that you have decided to join us either live or on the recording for Align to Your Time. Victoria and I were having a conversation about how it can be so disconcerting for those of us that do switch time, because Victoria does not. And she's happy about that.
Yeah.
So we wanted to give you a gift today, which is just a free energetic reset. And so that's what we're going to do. And it is my absolute pleasure to tell you about our agenda, and then I get to introduce Victoria a little more officially. So after our introduction of each other, I'm going to do what's called a CCT mini session. Then Victoria is going to introduce you to Siren Song. And then we're both going to talk to you about some steps you can take to mitigate that sort of wonky, out of time feeling you get when your clock gets set by some mandate that we're not in charge of. And then she and I are going to talk about what's next. I saw Amanda Panda has joined, but I'm going to mute her just so we can have, okay, great. No background noise on our recording. So it is my absolute pleasure to get to introduce you to my dear friend and sister, Victoria Moonfire. She is an elemental priestess and mystic mermaid, siren incorporating many lineages in her creation cauldron. And when I say many, ladies, I mean many. She lives on Maui in a romance with the island, the ocean, and the elemental world. She facilitates private embodied journeys and ceremonies on land and in the ocean in co-creation with elemental consciousness and spirits of places of power. Her gift of Siren Song creates evolutionary and healing codes that reprogram the crystalline ocean worlds without and within, because we have ocean inside of us, which she will talk about. She is a keeper of the dragon song lines of Gaia, Sophia, and so much more. My dear friend, Victoria Moonfire.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. I'm going to just give you a quick idea what I'm going to offer in Siren Song. So when we get to that, we don't have to think about it. But and then I'm going to, for those of you who don't know, my beautiful sister and co-creator in Magic, Judy, I want to tell you a little about her, and she will tell you a little bit about crystalline consciousness. So we're going to, when I do the Siren Song, I'm going to be recalibrating your elemental body, the elemental conscious that you are, to the time and place, orienting you in time, in place, which our animal bodies and kids and animals already know this. And so really to be for you to be able to honor that in the next week. And for those of you who don't know my friend Judy, she is a master. There we go. Thank you. She is a master of transformation, and she is an alchemical creatress, a facilitator, and a teacher. And she offers multidimensional energetic support and invites people to live their genius. And I'm just going to capitalize on what she says. When I say multidimensional support, I mean multidimensional support. And she really does have a gift of bringing out the genius in people. And I am so honored to know her, and I have been the recipient of that gift that she has. And I'm so excited to be doing this collaboration together and offering you all two powerful modalities to really even take you beyond this week of getting yourself recalibrated to natural time.
Thank you so much, Victoria. The greatest joy is getting to collaborate with souls like you who are just incredible and wise. And I just really appreciate it. So I use a modality. One of the things that I teach is called crystalline consciousness. And it works with your crystalline energy system, which actually exists in your body. And it supports your electromagnetic system, which is where fight and flight live. And with all that we go through, including changing the clock on the wall that somehow is supposed to reorient us in space and time, which does not do that, does not help us. This crystalline consciousness mini session that I'll be offering is just an example of how this modality can help you with your specific intentions. So I have specific intentions for the group today, and they'll be good whether you hear live or whether you listen to the recording. They'll be good to help you to navigate aligning back to your own natural timing, your own sense of what's right for you. So it's absolutely my privilege and pleasure to get to do this with Victoria, to again offer you another modality where you can rest and you can relax into what is true for you. So with that, I believe that I need to stop share because I think the next slide is for the other person. Yep, I was right. I should have followed my intuition. Ta-da. All right, let me just stop share a second so you can see us. So hopefully you can see me on the screen, because before we start the session, I just want to make sure that you know that I'm going to ask you, if possible, to work with me through putting your hands on your body in certain positions. And when it's time to do this, I'll tell you exactly when to do it and when to move them. But just as an example, you're going to have 3 hand positions. One hand, and it doesn't matter which one, one of your hands you want to put on the center of your chest and one hand on your belly button. And I just invite you to do that now if you can, because it'll give you a sense of the support that just doing that, putting it on the center of your chest and on your belly button, gives you. It's a way to give yourself a gentle hug almost. And then at another portion in the session, I'm going to ask you to move one hand, and it doesn't matter which one, atop your belly button and the other one below your belly button. And this is another kind of support. And we're going to go back and forth between those 2 hand positions a couple of times. And then I'm going to ask you in the last portion of it to put one hand on your belly button and the other hand atop it. And it doesn't matter left or right, whatever feels natural to you is what you want to do in terms of your hand, which hands you use where. And the hand positions are important because you are actually helping me to hold the container for you in moving the energy through you as I do the session. At the end of this call, and once you hear both Victoria and I, you'll have a chance to see our website, and you can contact us if these things are of interest to you. But I just invite you for now to just relax and follow the energy. So putting your hands where I ask you to, when I ask you to, will just guide you to rest into the energy journey that we are going to take you on. So in order to get us started, I just invite you to relax in your body. If you need to take a breath, do so. And if you need to move your body at all, just to get yourself positioned and relaxed. And I'm going to say a bunch of phrases, and you don't even need to attach them. Just know that they're setting up a container of support and safety for all of us, whether you're here live or listening on the recording. I ask to place the vibration of opening in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the healing chambers in the appropriate order for you for this mini session in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of the intentions that I state in the mini session in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of the 23 crystal vibrations, the 11 universal needs and mastery in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to connect you to the crystalline grids of the planet. I ask to connect you to the crystalline energy field. I ask that each of us connect to and through the crystalline energy field. So go ahead and put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly button. Does someone have a question? There's a raised hand. Oh, it's me. Isn't that funny? When I went to raise my hand, the raise hand thing went up. Isn't that funny? I wasn't touching the keyboard. Big energy here. You all are great. Okay. Still have your hand on the center of your chest and the other one on your belly button. I invoke opening. Now, when I use the word opening, I want to be very clear. I'm not opening you up. I'm asking that your highest self align with what we call crystalline consciousness, which is a place where all the solutions live. So we're going to let this, there's going to be some silence here while we wait and let the energy move. Okay, now go ahead and move your hands, one on top, above your belly button and one below. We call it a belly button sandwich. And we're just inviting the energy to move all the way through your energy body. That's why I'm having you move your hands. This energy of being open to all the possibilities. Okay, now go ahead and move your hands back up. One hand on the center of your chest and one hand on your belly button. I invoke a multidimensional time healing chamber. This healing chamber is a sacred geometric shape which lifts out any chaos and allows for you to have right timing for you. Go ahead and move your hands down, one above your belly button and one below. And again, just inviting this timing, this right timing, sacred geometric shape, to lift out anything in the way of your synchronizing to your right timing. Now I have a couple of specific intentions that I want to state here to help you center to yourself. I asked to anchor in the following intentions as stated. Right timing, synchronized with each individual. A positive geometric configuration of still point, support, and autonomy. Now, if you would go ahead and put one hand on your belly button and the other hand atop it. I invoke mastery. In crystalline consciousness, mastery is about having the changes and shifts that you've just initiated to take hold as a new normal, moving you forward on your journey so that you have a new starting point, a new foundation. And we're just going to let mastery move all the way through your energy. So I'll be quiet and let that happen. Okay, so I'm going to say in the new earth energy, as it is, you can relax your body, relax your hands. And I just ask for assimilation for each person. And that just means I'm putting in the field the wish that this land for you exactly in the right way for you, and give you just about a minute to allow that to settle before we have the beautiful gift that Victoria has for you today.
So now from this place, we're going to take this crystalline energy in this field that has been set, and we're going to journey with it into our elemental bodies as consciousness. Just relax. It's probably best if you can close your eyes. Again, don't be driving. Close your eyes. Take a deep, deep breath. And bring your awareness to your belly, to your womb, your sacral chakra, your hara. And just visualize what would be an umbilicus root going down into the earth, down through the floor of where you are, through the soil, past the mycelium and the roots of all the trees intertwined, and the water table and the rock and the molten core, and straight into the womb of Gaia, feeling it fan out, rather like a placenta or roots into her womb. And just feel how she holds you and she provides everything for you and loves you. Then breathe that all back up into your body, into your womb, and send that cord up through your body. And as it gets to your heart, it looks more like a DNA strand of starlight. It goes out the top of your head. It goes up through the clouds, through Earth's atmosphere, out of our galaxy, through many galaxies and wormholes, and on to the great cosmic womb. She who birthed your unique soul spark. And then follow and bring your soul spark back down into this body in this time, connecting in to the heart. And now in your mind's eye, we're going to travel into one of your cells. Travel into a cell. You don't have to know what it looks like. And we're going to connect with the primordial mother. The mitochondria was passed down to you from your mother and her mother and her mother, all the way back to the primordial mother in the oceanic creation womb. And just start to see with those eyes. And we're going to connect to the element of fire as consciousness, as a very real consciousness in your body. And I'm going to make some statements as well that say, I am. And in your own mind, you can repeat that on the inside quietly. I am fire. I am the holy fire of creation. And I am light. And so connect with the fire inside of you, the energy, the heat, beyond the archetypes, the actual consciousness of fire. As I bring through some siren song codes, with the fire element. Take a deep breath and let that settle. I am air. I am the eternal breath of the divine. Just take a deep breath and connect into your breath, your lungs, the air around you, touching your skin, whether it's moving or still. You're bathed in air. It's touching your skin. It's entering your lungs. You're breathing it out. Breathing in, breathing in. Thanking your lungs, thanking breath, thanking air. I am water. I am the sacred water of life. Connect in now to your blood, to your lymph, to the saliva in your mouth, your tears, to your urine that takes waste away. You're mostly a water being. You're mostly a mer being, having emerged many, 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 many eons ago from the primordial seas. Feel that flow inside of you and that beat of your heart, pumping those fluids without you even thinking about it, keeping you alive, transporting nutrients. Thank you, water. Thank you, waters of life. I am earth. I am a holy human vessel. And I am the Axis Mundi. I am here bringing heaven to earth and earth to heaven. Just become conscious of your physical body, your cells, your skin, your face, your eyes, your organs, your fingernails, your toenails. You are earth. You are the same earth as the one that you stand on and walk on. Thank you, Mother, for our bodies. Thank you, Mother Gaia, for our bodies. We come from your body, our physical bodies. Yanu yanaya kaya we wanaya liao e komaya ya o yanaya la yaka ai e o aya mayo la koya Yanakai. Thank you, Mother Earth, for our lives, for our bodies. Bringing it all back together in your heart and that soul spark, that divine one that animates all of this elemental body, that perfect soul that incarnated in the body, in this time, in this place, in this timeline. Just give that a minute to settle, and then be good maybe if you stood up, wiggled those earth fingers. You can open those earth eyes. Breathe in that air. Take a drink of water. Feel the life force inside this body and come back.
Thank you so much, Victoria. I feel so nourished.
Me too.
Oh, thank you for the beautiful emoji, Carol.
Thank you, Carol Ann.
Okay, so we're gonna change gears for just a second and give you some tangible things you can do. And this is going to be posted on both on Victoria's website and her Facebook page, and it'll be posted on my business page. Wise Transformation, and it'll also be on our YouTube channel. We have Wise Transformation LLC has a YouTube channel. So if you have enjoyed what we've done so far, you can share it with your friends and your family. But let me just pull up these few slides we have to give you just a few tangible tips on what you can do to mitigate, because it's not just today that you're going to feel it. You're going to start to feel it the next couple of days. So this is some self-care tips that we have for you.
And certainly you could come back to this video during the week if you want to experience the energetic part of this again as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love, Victoria, that you mentioned this first tip to me, and it's so helpful.
Yes. So I did go on and suggest that you do, if you haven't done it, so it doesn't matter, but going forward, it does help to set your clocks back the night before. And I'm just going to throw in a little extra tip here. What we have done and these tips we will give you also work for jet lag, because what we're sort of experience is sort of a jet lag because we've been jolted out of our the natural time clock. So just don't think about the fact that, oh, it would be 5:30 or it would be whatever time it would be. Be present. It's this now. It's this o'clock now. Same thing if you get on an airplane. Since we're all over the place, it's this o'clock now, whatever o'clock it is at your time. That's what it is now. Doesn't matter what it was yesterday. Doesn't matter. Just be in that time and do that mental exercise, if you will. So that's just a thing you can do with your mind. And also, I'm going to share with you something that you can do this week and ongoing if you can. It's a beautiful practice that I do just about every day. And that is to get up in the morning before you look at if at all possible, maybe you got to look at your phone to see what time it is or whatever. But get up and get your eyes on the sun. If you can watch sunrise and you can sun gaze for about 15 minutes, it's completely safe at sunrise and sunset to look at the sun. You are going to receive codes and your 20% of your DNA turns on, and you're going to set yourself very much present in time and space in your natural rhythm. If you can stand or sit on the earth, it's even better. And just breathe and connect. And if you do that at sunset it's just a gorgeous practice. Also at sunset, it helps you then move into the lunar rhythms and the feminine rhythms of night. If you cannot do that, if you're not up at sunrise, the first thing you can do is open your window and look at and let natural light come on, or just step out and let natural light come on. Same with sunset. You can just step outside and acknowledge that in between time and look west towards the sky, and you can do that as well. So don't whatever works for you, but that's some ways that you can align this coming week and then ongoing as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. And another way that you can help yourself is to create a nighttime routine. As it's getting closer to the time that you would go to lie down to go to sleep, create some sort of a ritual or a nighttime routine that helps your body know that it's not supposed to be in full wakefulness, that it have sort of a glide slope, if you will. And one of the things you can do to help with that is to avoid caffeine, alcohol, and snacks before bed. But when I say create a nighttime routine, I mean have some time in dimmed light. Don't have your computer and your television and your all your lights on in your house. Turn them down and just sit in that shadowy kind of place before you get ready for bed. That alone will really help you, and it'll help your circadian rhythm to align to the fact that it is nighttime and it's time to lie down. And as much as possible, if you can stick to a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and arising at the same time every day, that let your body know when to anticipate it's going to be resting and when it's going to be up and awake. And it helps the body to prepare itself for both sleep and being awake. So
And
that's,
follow, oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Are you done? Oh,
No?
sure. Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, following up on that is as part of your nighttime routine, at least 1 hour and preferably 2 hours before you're going to close your eyes, get off of your devices. I have a timer set up that says you're supposed to be off your devices. Do I always obey it? No, sometimes I'm in the middle of something. but you know, I try to do that. The other thing I've been doing that I often don't remember either is you can buy blue blocking glasses, and I think a lot of computers you can put up screens that do the blue blocking. It changes the color of everything, but it also then does not interfere with your body creating melatonin. Judy,
Hmm.
more ideas?
So, especially in the coming days, this week especially, if you feel tired, if you can take a cat nap, not while driving, of course, but if you can take a cat nap, just shut your eyes for 10 or 15 minutes. When you feel, if you feel a wave of tired come, allow it to be recognized and to let your body rest a little bit extra, because it is going to feel cattywampus, for lack of a better term, over the next few days. You know, tonight is going to be the first night where we're going to go to bed and the timing is going to be different. It might take 2 or 3 or 4 days for your body to go, what the heck? So as Victoria said, come back and listen to this recording again if you feel out of sorts with the time change. And these few tips will help you to regain your own sense of right timing. And Victoria has something incredible to share as our last tip.
Okay, one of the other things you can do is support yourself herbally this week and going forward. And I have been using a product, a cell performance product that works on a cellular level, the cellular communication system of the body. And what I've been using has given me this clear, alert, clarity, focus. And I'm just loving it. And of course, I won't need it this week because of time change. I might just need it this week because maybe I didn't sleep well for other reasons, like the full moon, which I don't know. A lot of you probably don't sleep well on the full moon. But if you'd like to know what it is and more information on it, you can just message me on Messenger. I'm Victoria Moonfire Fatula on Facebook, and you can just message me and I can give you some information on what it is. So
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we wanted to let you know how to connect with us individually over the coming weeks, things that we're planning, dreaming and scheming, as they might call it. It is my absolute pleasure to offer through Wise Transformation LLC free full moon and new moon calls that are like a mini ceremony that allow you to calibrate your intentions in such a way that they're aligned with the elements and also the energy of that particular full moon. As you know, we have, with the Taurus full moon on Tuesday coming up, I'm going to be recording something tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And you can look on Wise Transformation LLC Facebook page for the announcement if you want to join me for that hour. And this is a particularly full moon because it has not only a lunar eclipse, but we also have the United States election. And the combination of all of those forces, Taurus, the eclipse, the election, all that's going on in our country sort of coming to a swell, this support on the Taurus full moon is a way that you can set your intentions and keep your boundaries throughout these very, very tumultuous, turbulent times. So I invite you to join. And if you can't join, you can go to our YouTube channel, Wise Transformation LLC, and see the recording.
I would also like to add that Judy also does private CCT sessions. So you can also book that with her. If you would like a private session with her in more detail. They are transformative and amazing, as you can probably already figure out from what you experienced today. So thank you, Judy. I also do private sessions. You can find on my website. I do things in person here on Maui, if you're here on Maui, and I do remote sessions where we would do a more in-depth and personal recalibration of your elements, and then many other things you can see on my website. But also, I am offering on the 19th, which is Saturday coming up. It'll be the same time that this was. It'll be 11 o'clock my time. And if you're in Judy's time, you'll be at 4 p.m. It's going to be an elemental siren song journey. And we're going to journey from the primordial mother to the cosmic mother. And in between, visit in a more deeper way the elemental, the consciousness that is the elementals that you're made of, that the earth is made of. And we're also going to journey to find your unique elemental star. Like you came in with a specific gift and a specific element. And so we'll be doing that as well. I will be posting the event on my Facebook page, and I'll be putting a Venmo link. It's going to be $33. And you can just Venmo message me and Venmo me, and I will send you the link for that on next Saturday.
Now, I just want to tell you that I have experienced this elemental siren song journey in a group of women that I asked Victoria to help me with. And to a woman, they were moved, they were uplifted, they were transformed. Every one of them had incredible comments to share about what this elemental siren song journey did for them. So I just want to tell you, if you are at all interested and you know of anyone else who is interested, please alert them to Victoria's amazing, amazing gifts. They will support you beyond what you can imagine.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Carol Ann.
So we hope this has been helpful, and we wanted to be sure you knew where to find us. So you can find me at wisetransformation.com.
And you can find me at victoriamoonfire.com, and of course on Facebook and Instagram as Victoria Moonfire.
Beautiful. And I have both Instagram and Facebook for Wise Transformation, and myself personally, if you're a friend, you know how to reach me there. But this has been an incredible, incredible privilege. I really feel so much better for what Victoria gave as a gift. I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad. I thought I was planning this to help other people. I think I did it just for me.
Well, I think that's always the case. And even though I didn't need to fix my timestamp, just being to experience the crystalline consciousness session, I really think brought more power to what came through me because it was in that container. So thank you for that, Judy. Yeah, it's been delightful. And thank you all who have showed up live and in person, and to all of you who will watch the replay of this. We send you many, many blessings. I send you much aloha from Maui.
And many, many blessings to each of you. Thank you. Aho and awen.